Hello everyone, welcome back to Octopath Traveler. It's still the Friday, the release date for me. I have a problem. This is, I don't know, I think the worst part is, I'm starting to run out of storage space. Like, unless I try to beat the whole game today, I don't think I'm gonna run out. But I really should start getting these videos published, because the first video is coming out the Saturday of, and I should really not oh man, I want two of those. What? Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, I basically just need to start pumping out videos and stop playing this damn game. But it's so fun. Like, I actually am having a ton of fun. Oh well. You don't need to hear about my personal problems. If I were to use this as a platform to vent all my personal problems, I'm pretty sure I would just get... Well, if I had viewers, they would probably all be psychiatrists using me as a weird study of sorts. Perhaps I should have a little chat with him, just to make sure we all understand one another. Alright. So, his name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Atlusdam, nestled on the fertile plains of the Flatlands. It is home to the Royal Academy, where many a scholar studies night and day. To bring the light of knowledge to the royal family and to all the realm, he passes his day in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. It is in that library where he learns of a grievous theft, certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit. Cyrus sets out alone to confront the man. In his shadowy subterranean study, he will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. Take Cyrus along. Oh, of course. At the beginning of the tale? Nah. Who needs exposition?
And so it was that Atlusdam was founded some 2 centuries ago. Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
I think it was...
Now. No need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see. I believe it was Hornburg.
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlusdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Correct you are, Your Highness. It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe. Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Kiss ass.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today's your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the Special Archives.
Splendid!
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. Alrighty. I think that's the first time in this plot that anyone has decided to make any sort of haste. Buttons. It's only been like 2 hours since I last played and I already forgot all my buttons.
Professor Albright.
Oh, thank heavens you're still here. I thought I'd missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is...
I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
It would be my pleasure to answer anything.
Mm-hmm.
After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
Indeed.
I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what do they worship? I completely skipped the text box. I actually have no idea what it said. Oh well.
Very astute of you.
However, I fear nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. You didn't make copies? I see. A shame, that.
The truth is...
I do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that... Blah 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 blah. Oh. Let us continue this discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
And it would be my pleasure, fucking hell, of course. No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind. I read so weird.
I thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student. She's the villain, ain't she?
Ah,
Oh dear, I am running late.
good day.
Pray, do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor. Did Therese fall asleep? Therese fell asleep. Nope.
Ah, Therese. Yes, do you have a question for me?
No.
Oh.
Hmm?
I don't like the princess. I'm calling it right now. She's the bad guy. She's the thief. The palace gates lies just to the... Okay, finally, some new information. To the east, you'll find the Royal Academy, where the realm's most promising thinkers receive their educations. Blah, 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 blah. I cannot walk through the planters. Fair enough. Yep, 1411 to 1616. I have a problem. Nope. Wait, maybe? Aha, I am in the right place.
It's me, Cyrus.
Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that an original copy of the Church of the Flame, a complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
Is something amiss?
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy, when you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. When you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy. I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge. Nerd!
I see.
The expression on your face says it all. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks. What have we here?
How odd. The tome is nowhere to be found. The tome is no... Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Professor, the headmaster would like to see you at once. Hold on. No. Of all the times to... Oh well. Might I ask of you a favor? What might that be?
The truth is...
The tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I
Missing?
see.
Huh. I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks. Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter.
Oh, never mind. This guy's the villain.
My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
I didn't expect him to be so on the nose. What the heck? He is like evil incarnate.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives.
So?
The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
Wow, talk about controlling knowledge.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing! That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone!
But that goes against everything...
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the special archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer.
I know I do.
Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for any background noise you may hear. It is currently storming. Welcome to Florida, where 2 hours ago it was all sunshine and rainbows. Alrighty then. Sorry, getting distracted. I don't even need to go outside today.
Enter.
I don't need to. I probably will.
Excuse me.
What's the matter?
It's about Professor Albright, sir. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, is Therese the evil one? Like, she seemed very timid. Oh well. If she turns out to be the evil one, I will congratulate Squeenix for a successful bait and switch.
Can I help you?
A moment of your time.
My apologies.
Say it is not so.
One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually,
And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted only to a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head. An
Aho!
impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were. To be fair, a scholar probably has a better chance of figuring out, because I don't know. I'm assuming the book was stolen by an academic, and Cyrus by default, would have more knowledge than your average city guard, so he would at least be an asset. Oh my god. Florida, can you stop dropping clouds on me? You could say that indeed, a habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius. Okay, you're kiss-ass number 2. You and the princess both.
Leave it to me.
Worry not, the tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Well, that thunder clap showed up on the audio. I might erase it? Oh, it might be too late. And the game is afoot. Now, where did we get my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then, mayhap, I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. Yeah. Cyrus can scrutinize and glean new knowledge from townspeople. That sounds like a really useful ability. Let's see now. Of course I've got the keys to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool bothers stealing a worthless tome anyways? You're an asshole. Most intriguing. Russell just isn't gonna... Okay, move along now. Yeah, you're just standing there. Alright. Your turn! Let's see now. Once in charge of protecting the king, this guard suffered a serious leg injury and was since transferred to a calmer post inside the grounds. He hasn't mentioned his... Most intriguing. Hit an item. Aha! What? It sounded like it played from outside my headphones. That was really weird. Oh man, I need this recording session to end soon so I can go relieve myself in the bathroom real quick. Goodness, why didn't I use the bathroom before? I bet this will pop up later in this story, or in this prologue. Prologue, chapter 1? It's called a chapter 1. It feels more like a prologue because it's just massive exposition dumps. Though, to be fair, things are happening within these exposition dumps, so I can't be too mad. Born and raised, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so... yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's nothing there. I just... I read too quickly. My brain didn't process much. Is that exclamation mark on the map? Yep. The exclamation mark is found items. Inspiring plum. Alrighty. Oh, man. You know what? Hard cut. I gotta use the bathroom that badly.